Well, hello again. The door's wide open, red carpet rolled out for you. Thank you for being here. The Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is probably the most unusual tarot reading I am aware of on the internet or otherwise. I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology, numerology for over 50. Tarot is the science of potential. It is the stuff, the juice of your humanity. It is the kryptonite that you need to carry on a successful life. You need to be able to create positive images and feelings in your own head, not from some damn computer, smart top, laptop, desktop, smartphone, whatever, AI, which I think is a farce. It cannot do what they're selling us on it being able to do, but that's a discussion for another time. The point is all that tech that is literally being thrown at us, forced on us. It's not a natural growth revolution like the development of the car. Henry Ford wasn't the first one to make the car. That was done earlier in the 1800s, 1880s, 1890s. But he was the first one to mass produce cars. And once people got an idea, man, but they did it on their own. They looked at it, they saw it, they said, man, this is pretty good. This is an improvement. They didn't do this with tech. Oh, the early days in the 70s and 80s. But since that time, they have been working to capture our minds and our spirits and our hearts. Now, they are so interwoven in our lives that we literally can do nothing without their approval. I mean, they wouldn't call it approval, of course, but in essence, that's what it is. In fact, that's the reason why the push for electric cars. It's control. All they got to do is one algorithm. Your car becomes a piece of garbage, paperweight. It's no good. Can't start. Nothing works. One turn. That's all. It takes one algorithm. And in fact, you're seeing a lot of car companies, the ones that are surviving through this debacle, now offering monthly services for a fee. In other words, let's say you buy a car, you got electric seats, heated seats. You pay extra for that. And if you don't pay, they flick the switch. You don't have electric seats. You don't have seats that move or anything. That's why the car has to be 100% electric, because it gives them the control. I want you to have the control within yourself. Make the images within your mind. Think positively. We all manifest, but we tend to do it negatively. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't. And you get don't. I'm going to flip it. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be positive. And so I do a very simple, basic read that takes tarot. That's the centerpiece. But I also use astrology. I've been doing it for 50 years, like I said, numerology. I take those things to kind of lay a foundation, something, think of it as a keyhole. And your tarot manifesting is the key. That's the way we go with these things. So today, what we're looking at is reaching in to reach out. Learning to co-create, but not with somebody else, with yourself. Reaching in to reach out. Numerology for the day is a number 4. 4 is stability. Building something. And when you stop and think about what's going on in the world today, we really are very fluid. To the point, no, we don't know what we stand for, what we think, what we feel. That's exactly the position they want us to be in. We do not want to be in that position, because what that does is make us very vulnerable and controllable. And that's why I take the attack or the tack that I do. Tarot is the power of potential. Your potential. You want to tap into that kryptonite. The astrology numerology is the power of cycles, cycles within cycles within cycles. So that's why I say I use the astrology to lay a foundation, a base. Ooh, this is a time period we're in. This is what's kind of generally going on. Now, within that information, you step forward with your own reading in terms of tarot, that frequency, that kryptonite. This is how we're going to line up the tarot cards, just to kind of give you an idea. You see there's 3 cards, and I did that specifically. One, it keeps a very simple, clear reading, concise. I don't want it to be confusing. And the second reason I use 3 cards is because 3 is a very sacred number. Church has made that very clear with the Trinity. You have Nikola Tesla, who over 100 years ago said, boy, if you knew the power of 3, you'd understand the universe. And other people have talked about the magic in the number 3. There's a frequency there. 3 stands for creativity, stands for expression. Well, that's what we're talking about today, co-creating. Creating with yourself. Very, very, very powerful juju. So how do we do that? Well, let's take a look at the first card, 8 of Swords. Swords are all about thinking, probably communicating, but maybe more communicating with yourself, making sure that the messages in your head, in your spirit, in your heart are aligned. And you see here a gal who is, she's entrapped. She has 8 swords around her. Each one of the swords is a truth, a real honest-to-goodness truth, something that is rare in the world these days, but she's found them. However, she can't access them. Her fears, her anxieties, her insecurities, they have her wrapped up. She can't get anywhere, can't do anything. Now, she is the one who, in most cases involuntarily, because that's the way we're programmed, she's blocked out all this truth around her. But she can set herself free. And one of the things that she might want to tap into, you see the little streams around her? Water is intuition. Water is kind of sensing, knowing on a non-physical level. She needs to trust herself, to break the bonds, to make sure she sets herself free so she can access the 8 swords that are around her. And that's your job. That's where the co-creation comes in this time around. Next card, 6 of Cups. Okay, so you say, okay, co-create with myself. That sounds great. Sounds wonderful. Trust my gut. That sounds great. Sounds wonderful. How the hell do I do any of that? Well, very simply. 6 of Cups says go to the past. 6 of Cups is nostalgic. Cups, generally speaking, are emotion. Doesn't have to be romantic. It just means there's some emotional connection, and it's a very strong and profound connection. You have your key to a better future looking back in the past. Somebody, some feeling, some belief from the past will allow you to set yourself free from the 8 of Swords. Let yourself see and feel the truth that you know, but you can't access. So you have to go backward to go forward, in essence, but you can do that. It's all in your... Remember, I said we got tarot is possibility, potential. Well, guess what? We move to the next card, King of Swords. Kings make the proclamations. Swords, again, is our thoughts, ideas, beliefs. The King of Swords is saying, okay, enough with the fun stuff, guys. You are going to make contact with your inner self, with your creative side, with your potential. You are going to do that by changing your thinking. You're going to open your third eye. Maybe that means meditation. Maybe that means going out in nature. Maybe that means praying. Whatever, doesn't make any difference. The whole key here is to co-create. Find that creative potential in you. Tap into it. You know it, you feel it. The Eight of Swords says you intuit it, you just can't access it. Six of Clubs says, just go back to a time where you did access it. That's your doorway. And when you walk through, the King of Swords says, all of a sudden you're going to understand, I got it. And it will allow you to open up your third eye, create some tremendous potential growth in your life. Now, let's go back to the astrology. Big stuff coming up, big stuff. We're in a kind of a cosmic retrospective. Probably for this month, next month, maybe through the summer. Pluto went retrograde earlier in May, a few weeks ago. Neptune's going to go retrograde in early July. These are the two farthest planets. These are the planets that lay the foundation of your life. All the shit going on in your life right now is more or less manipulated, controlled by Pluto and Neptune wherever they are. And they've been in very close contact with one another for several centuries. And now, both going retrograde, meaning you will have a chance to look back. Not centuries, necessarily, but through this year. A lot of things have taken place. A lot of things seem unfulfilled or undone. You're going to get more information with Pluto and Neptune retrograde. On top of that, there's a powerful multiple planetary configuration. The big planets in June. And a little square thrown in just for a little bit of hot sauce. So you got Pluto, Neptune retrograde through the summer. You got that big conjunction of planets going on. That'll be probably in June. Expect deep, deep change. And it may not be obvious, but you'll feel it. And this is the reason why you have to co-create. You don't have any choice but to do that. Take off the blindfold. Go back to the past to get in touch with that stuff that's missing. Watch how it changes your life, your thinking, your perceptions, everything. It's astounding. Well, that is the reading for today. We're all out of time. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it more than words can say. You're the reason I do this. I want to inspire you to live the best life that you possibly can. But as I'm getting ready to leave, please like and subscribe. You know there is a very quiet but profound battle going on the internet right now. In the United States, it directly impacts our First Amendment rights, but it goes much deeper than even that. I know a lot of people have podcasts who are seeing their numbers fluctuate, all kinds of little problems with their sites, getting the information out. They are messing with us. One of the ways that we can fight, if you like and subscribe. So please, if you feel so inclined, like and subscribe. Back tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I do get together, peace and blessings.